Hello, me again. So back at it. Gonna keep the momentum going. Not gonna overthink it. Just gonna trust and continue to step out of my comfort zone and believe that God's gonna meet me there. So over the last 24 hours, I've been just kind of thinking, okay, well, where do I go next? I shared my first little story. What do I share next? And I felt like God was saying, this is what I want you to speak on. And so I sat down today and I started to look over some just notes that I've jotted down over the last few years from doing devotions or just having time with God, and something stuck out to me because it was what I feel like God is asking me to speak on in this video. And so let's just get right to it. I shared in my first and only other video that I felt for a while like God was calling me to start doing this, to share my story, share my testimony, share little God stories, little things that He's revealed to me and spoken to me throughout my life. And even though I have felt like this is what God is asking of me and wanting from me, I have felt very unqualified, very unimportant. Like, why me? Like, what do I have to say that somebody else is going to want to listen to? What do I have to say that's good enough? I am a stay-at-home mom. I am little old Becca. I never went to college. I never have been confident in the things that I know. I always get anxious and doubt myself. I've never been someone who speaks up. I listen. In a group setting, I usually listen, or I'm just being silly or whatever. I'm not someone who will sit and have these really vulnerable, talks or speak vulnerably in front of a large group. And while I am sitting here in front of a camera, I am doing it in a very public platform. While yes, I'm sure not a lot of people are going to see this video, I don't control who does. And that is very nerve-wracking for me. I control the people I open up to in my circle. I control all that. So stepping out in faith and allowing my words to go to whoever clicks on this video is flipping scary to me. But again, trusting. So I feel very unqualified. And I'm not wrong. I'm not qualified for this. But Christ is, and God is, and He's within me, and He is qualifying me. And as I have been thinking over this, I've been thinking about Moses and how God qualified him. Moses felt very unqualified as he, stood in front of the burning bush, and God is literally speaking to him and saying, go, tell Pharaoh, free my people. He's literally speaking to God. God is directly speaking to him. And Moses is like, what? Me? And I'm actually going to just read a couple verses. Sorry, I don't have any like fancy smancy phone holder, so if it's really shaky, I'm holding it with my hand this entire time. Anyway, so I'm going to read Exodus 3, starting at 10. And this is God speaking to Moses. He says, "So now go. I am sending you to Pharaoh to bring my people, the Israelites, out of Egypt." But Moses said to God, "Who am I, that I should go to Pharaoh and bring the Israelites out of Egypt? Who the heck am I to come here and speak to you? Like, who am I?" Okay. And God said, "I will be with you. And this will be the sign to you that it is I who have sent you. When you have brought the people out of Egypt, you will worship God on this mountain." I'm going to fast forward at this point. I actually didn't mean to read the last verse to you, but it's fine. We'll just throw that in there. I was going to jump then to chapter 4 of Exodus. But I'm going to pause there and say, along with questioning my qualifications, I'm also having these like fears and insecurities come up where I'm like, what if someone attacks me for what I say? What if they question what I'm saying or don't believe that what I'm saying is what you have given to me? Okay. What happens in those moments? What do I do? And these verses in chapter 4 really kind of helped calm that fear, and I'll share why after I share those verses with you. It says, Moses answered, "What if they do not believe me or listen to me and say, 'The Lord did not appear to you'?" Then the Lord said to him, "What is that in your hand?" The Lord said, "Throw it on the ground." "Oh, whoops, a staff," he replied. The Lord said, "Throw it on the ground." Moses threw it on the ground, and it became a snake, and he ran from it. Then the Lord said to him, "Reach out your hand and take it by the tail." So Moses reached out and took hold of the snake, and it turned back into a staff in his hand. "This," said the Lord, "is so that they may believe that the Lord, the God of their fathers, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob, has appeared to you." Okay, so in my, what if they say this? What if they doubt? What if they don't believe that what I'm saying is from you? Okay? God is saying, what's in your hand? What's in your hand? Open it. Speak from it, so that the people can see for themselves whose words these are. So they can see who I am. So I may not be qualified, but God is. And He is the God who calls and qualifies. He will not call me to do something and then abandon me. I simply have to rely on Him and His Word. Okay, that's key. On my own, I would fail epically. It would be very public and very epic. Without Him, I will fail at this. I cannot do this leaning on my own strength or my own understanding. So, as I am stepping out in faith, please know right here, right now, that this is all Christ in me. As I start this adventure, sorry, my daughter just walked in. I'm trying to wave around. As I start this adventure, I'm doing this wholly leaning on Christ. trusting that He's going to meet me, that He's going to fill me, and He's going to use me to share His message. I can't help you right now. You're going to have to go upstairs, please. Mom life. Anyway, so I'm trusting wholly. This isn't me. Like, I'm trusting wholly that God is going to meet me, fill me, and use me in whatever way that He's so desires to share His message. None of it will ever be said in confidence in me. It's all with confidence in Christ. And that He's going to use it to hopefully further His kingdom. Because it won't go out void as long as it has His word behind it. So I'm trusting in who He has proven to be over and over, both in His word and in my own life. And I hope that you can see past the Becca behind the screen or behind the camera. That you see past my word slip-ups, my many unqualifications, and you see God who has called me and who is qualifying me as I rely fully on Him. So my question to wrap this whole thing up is, where is God calling you? Like, have you felt a tug at your heart that God is saying, this is what I have for you. This is what I'm asking of you. In the same boat, if you feel unqualified, I'm right there with you. But know that He will qualify you, and He won't leave you alone in it. He won't leave you alone in the calling that He is putting on your life. So trust that, and I hope that you have the faith that Jesus will give you all that you need, and that you are able to step out in faith as well. You may be unqualified, but He is.